pessoal, em live recente, Buzz, da Fnatic, disse que Loud era o oponente mais difícil do Champions, e o coach da PaperX se diz fã do time da Loud.
Watching how at times 2 speed because I forgot to watch it. Loud.
Yeah, Loud and one, and like their playstyle.
Pragmatic, I think. They just do whatever it takes to win you. Which I quite like. Very similar to us, I think. They're quite unique in their own way. They're very willing to do whatever, you know. Like roll with whatever plan they come up with. I like it. Very prep-heavy as well. I'm a fan. Fan of the playstyle.
Fnatic would have won against EG easily. I think Loud was our hardest opponent. But to be fair, we weren't very good this event. Like, if we had beaten Loud, I think we could have won the event, because I think they were the hardest opponent for us for some reason. I think we have a little mind edge over EG and maybe PaperX, but it would have been a tough game regardless. Like, the EG games are close last time, but yeah, it's a tough one. We would have been. It would have been a tough game though, regardless in the finals against PaperX, because we would have had to play Pearl as well, and they would have banned our Haven. So we're really playing under their thing. But you know, things happen. Like in the team, we weren't good this event, in my opinion. But I was believing if we beat Loud, we could beat them. But Loud's anti-strats they were just too good, and they were just feeding it.
Casters gringos criticam Mibr e Furia, em repetição de jogadores e não dá chance para novos talentos.
Team is looking a hell of a lot different. It was like Conan, who was the sub for in the playoffs, is now starting. They brought over Miriz, who used to be teammates with MW back previous to the partnership system, and now MW is going to be the main duelist. Dijazine is gone for inexplicable reasons and doesn't seem to be headed anywhere, which is just
That's wild,
weird and odd. So we'll see what happens there moving forward. Yeah, is there some kind of graphic? Because the MIBR ones I forget.
There's articles. It's just articles.
Articles?
So
okay.
The Furia one.
I hate reading.
Yeah, there it
God
is.
damn it.
I mean, some of these are tweets too about the players like tweeting, "Hey, we're free agents now." But like,
yeah, so
similar situations to Zelsa's, by the way, for most of these players, where they're getting dropped out of their 2-year, 3-year contracts.
Yeah, so that said, Quick, Dijazin, and Mazin are all free agents now.
Yep.
In the midst of the latest news, this is Dijazin. I come to inform you that I'm no longer part of Furia. I'm a free agent and my contract has expired, so I'm free to negotiate with any team without any kind of restriction. I remain determined to achieve my goals in the new home. Finally, if you're interested in talking to me about new proposals, this is the best time. I mean, if no Brazilian team has Dijazin, which is mental, I don't know how much English he speaks, but I would like to see maybe him in a team with a bit more structure that could set him up to just be an absolute farmer, a harvester, like with some kind of NRG system with him at the helm, just being set up to hit every shot and be the god duelist that he can be. You know, some kind of situation like that, because the man is really, really talented and could 100% be used as a serious weapon for some team out there.
What concerns me more, to be honest, about this idea with Furia is that I just didn't like the way that Muriz was leading MIBR this year. I feel like having Muriz as the IGL concerns me a little bit, and I don't know what the Brazilian shuffle is going to end up looking like in the end, but the roster looks like a decent collection of players that I don't really... It just looks like another one of these Brazilian mishmash teams that doesn't have enough leadership to go anywhere.
Exactly like one of the Brazilians were before partnership started with Vivo Kid. Exactly with MW and Muriz. Like that same core, it was the same thing. They were supposed to be way better than they were, and they were not good. They didn't make it to any of the international events. They didn't even make it close to any of the international events. They oftentimes were middling in the group stages last year when they were together. So I don't know. I fear when a player ends up, like, to me, it looks like MW is trying to make decisions, and maybe it's the org forcing them on him, but it ends up looking like a buddy-buddy system where they're not really bringing up new talent. They're not really trying to make a team based off of anything, and that's concerning. What's even more concerning is the same thing that I talked about for Cloud9, where it looks like they're trying to go budget based off of what they're doing, not just rumors, because they're dropping players outside of their extended contracts, and that means they're trying to get them off the books once again. That sort of sign for both of these teams, to me, indicates that they're not even going to go for any of the Loud players who are entering free agency right now. And when you are doing a Brazilian shuffle, if you don't successfully get any of those guys, in my mind, you're not succeeding in the next year. I think we're going to see another season of both of these teams being kind of middling to bottom of the pack.
My big question marks when we're talking about the Brazilian shuffle too is Sassi and Pancada. What the hell Sentinels are going to do? Do those guys want to go back to all Brazilian squad? Do Sentinels want to keep them? I do not know. I mean, in my brain, I would like to see some kind of, amalgamation of like Sassi, Pancada, Digizin, some of those guys that could make a sick second team for Brazil. But I suppose, we'll find out more about those as time goes on. Is there anything in particular any ideas in your head that you'd like to see for that Sentinels duo?
For the love of God, Pancada playing controller.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
Smokes. That he looked uninspired when he was playing Sentinel for that team throughout the entire season. I don't know what it was, just when you're watching his gameplay, whether it just wasn't connecting with it, but yeah, he needs to get back on Smokes ASAP.
Em nota da atualização das regras do competitivo, a Riot deixa claro que agora apenas jogadores maiores de 18 anos poderão disputar as ligas fechadas, sem exceções. Anteriormente, jogadores entre 16 e 18 anos podiam competir nas franquias, caso já estivessem disputando challenges. Esse foi o caso de Calvãozinho, que só completou 18 anos um mês atrás, mas pôde jogar o VCT pela Loud por ter disputado o VCB ano passado com a NiP. A jovem promessa anunciada terá que esperar mais algum tempo para poder disputar o Tier 1 do Valorant.